Hi there, Justin Kelly here from Carpet Rolls UK, specialist recruiters to the UK flooring industry, and today with my Flooring Jobs UK hat on. My Flooring Jobs UK, for those of you that don't avidly follow me on social media, where I have been sharing this quite extensively, is a job board designed for and by flooring professionals for the flooring industry. It's been designed to give us in the industry a place for hiring managers and professionals with a carpet and flooring background to find each other. Why did we come about? Why did it come about? Predominantly out of a frustration that we, as obviously specialist, very, very specialist recruiters to the flooring industry niche, have found with pretty much every job board out there. The trend with them, particularly the big ones, the one particular very big one that entices managers and recruiters in with free access to candidates, kind of become the Amazon of the job board market, and for better or for worse, I think for worse for the flooring industry, if I'm honest, because what tends to happen, they will say, you place your vacancy for free. So if you've got a shop manager job or a shop estimator, or a project manager or an estimator or a sales rep role, it's everybody's looking for the cheapest option in terms of being able to attract candidates, and it works in terms of getting volume into your inbox. Whether it works necessarily with regard to the quality of the candidates that you're receiving, I think that's open to debate. Certainly from our experience here, we are a small team. There's 4 of us that do the resourcing and filling of flooring industry jobs here. But in our experience, the quality of candidates has dropped off markedly. We will find the occasional superstar from a job board, from the traditional job boards, let's say. But we find out increasingly our time is taken with unsuitable candidates, particularly now we are in these trying times. And I don't blame people that are ultimately unsuitable for our vacancies. And I say this as an industry as opposed to just us as a recruitment business. People are applying who perhaps have found themselves being made redundant as a result of COVID, or the massive changes that have occurred on the high street or in certain sectors, and they are saying to themselves, I could go and be a flooring person. And now that's fine for perhaps for some other industries, but for us, as I say, as a dedicated flooring industry recruiter, we're tending to be asked by our clients to find fairly round holes and the pegs to fill them. We're finding the pegs, not the hole. So having somebody from an allied retail background, pardon the pun, given that we're a flooring specialist, or from a completely unrelated industry, who are willing to learn, want to change, want to do X, Y, and Z, but perhaps haven't got those core basic flooring skills and experience of solving problems, they aren't necessarily going to be the types of people that our candidates are ordinarily expected to be. So, as I say, Flooring Jobs UK, my Flooring Jobs UK, as it has now become, is designed to be a marketplace for jobs, for employers to find very specifically people from a flooring industry background. We will be marketing it to and from the flooring industry only. So you won't be getting bombarded with applications as you are from some of the more general sites that I opened and discussed. But you will be finding people who have the right background, experience, etc. for your role. And for you as a candidate in the industry, we're hoping that this will become the go-to place where your details won't be shared willy-nilly with all and sundry, including perhaps your current employer, which is a definite thing that can happen and does happen with the more general boards. I've written extensively previously, and you can look me up on my blog, about the security concerns that we here have for people posting their details up onto job boards that are then getting commoditized and sold to anybody who has a fairly small amount of money now, relatively speaking. Certainly in the past, it wasn't so much of a problem because it was only recruiters or very, very large end employers that had the wherewithal or the desire to pay for CV searches because it was expensive. Now what's happened with, as it has done with lots and lots of other industries, with the internet coming in and disrupting the previous marketplaces, what's happened is the job boards are under pressure to produce results. So they're bombarding candidates with emails encouraging them to apply for roles that they're probably unsuited for. They're encouraging the end user employers to quite quickly, after the initial, almost like a drug dealer, the initial, here you go, try this for free, you very quickly find, if you're an employer of any kind of volume of candidates, that you're being told by Indeed, no, you have to, or another job board, you have to pay to advertise this role, you have to pay to search CVs, etc. And what's then happening is your candidate CVs that you've uploaded, often in the expectation that you're vacant, you're only going to be seen by the end employer for one particular role, unless you've very, very selectively chosen how your details are shared and have read the dreaded terms and conditions, then what happens is your CV is getting sent out willy-nilly, oftentimes to employers that haven't been vetted by the job board, to recruiters who will be unscrupulous in how they're doing and will oftentimes stick their logo on the top of it and fire it off to 100 employers in the hope that one of them might have a vacancy that it will be suitable for. And again, the odds within that kind of model of your CV landing up on your boss's desk can be quite narrow. So be careful who you're sharing your details with, whether you choose to use My Flooring Jobs UK or Carpet Rolls UK for that matter, where we venomously protect our intellectual property and do not share any details with any employers that we don't trust and that we certainly know aren't your current one. It happens, it's out there. There are lots and lots of people, both clients and candidates, whose CVs we come across when we're online, and obviously it's for us to be very discreet with those details, but many aren't. So, as I say, please be careful on that front. And be aware that My Flooring Jobs, if you choose to apply for a role on here, let's have a look at this particular one here. Very good job, actually. We've on a circular that we've sent out today. This is our star job of the week at Carpet Rolls UK. This is a project contract manager's role requiring a CSCS card in Essex, or London, in fact. A very good opportunity. But you can simply apply, click, add your name, JK, your email, JK, and phone number. You can upload your CV if you wish. Covering letter, job, please. Send. There is no registration required on the basic sending your application front. Some of our vacancies at Carpet Rolls UK you will link across and be required to register, but again, you can always bypass that and just send us a copy of your CV via email, and it will be treated with the respect that it's due. The alternative is that you can press sign up as a job seeker, and you can set up a profile, upload your details on here, and then that will enable you to be found, if you wish, by paying employers that, again, we vet very carefully on here, who sign to our terms of engagement that state that they won't be sharing the details of candidates willy-nilly with third parties, etc., and that they will respect your confidentiality. As I say, this is where you can then see all the vacancies that are on here. We also then have a system whereby we share the latest flooring vacancies from another particular job board, nameless for now, but there are lots more jobs than just the My Flooring Jobs UK jobs on here. And then if you're an employer and you wish to post a job, again, it's a very simple sign-up process. What we actually do at the moment is we're offering a free profile for all employers. Now, that enables you to tell your potential employees all about yourselves. So let's have a look on here. We have a few advertisers already. I'll concentrate on ours rather than sharing third parties' details. But on here, it gives you the basic information about the company, where you are, etc. You then can set up your company profile and add as much or as little information as you wish. The culture generally these days is for people to share about the environment that they have, the types of customer that they perhaps deal with, the types of person that have succeeded. Some will even put profiles of employees. They can put videos on, pictures. There's lots and lots of room and lots of facilities on here that you can add as much or as little as you wish, that you feel you need to in order to attract the right candidates. I would definitely say in the current climate, candidates are looking with fairly interested eyes towards clients and employers that have the extras that perhaps in the past weren't required. There's a perception generally, I think, out there from certainly, and we found this on the Carpet Rolls UK side, from some employers who watch the news and listen to the doom and gloom, that they're perhaps are now in a stronger position employment-wise than they have been in the past. And that may very well be the case generally for lots of other industries, certainly retail and hospitality, let's say, have been particularly badly hit. But we here, and particularly on the commercial flooring and some of the manufacturing and the distribution side, we're still getting lots and lots of vacancies. New build is very busy too, fitting inquiries. Our insurance sector clients are busy. And we had, prior to this latest shutdown, quite a lot of retail activity going on as well. And that, I think, specific retail activity to the flooring industry. And that, I think, speaks to our particular marketplace having been not massively adversely affected. I'm sure there will be, and please feel free to comment below, there will be lots of people who have had an unfortunate experience, but generally, and for us here as recruiters, we haven't, after the shock of the first shutdown back nearly a year ago, we haven't experienced a massive drop-off in vacancies at all. And as a result, as I say, I would advise anybody that had the attitude I perhaps mentioned just now of, well, they're going to be desperate for a job, so we don't have to try as hard to get them. And we maybe try and shave a bit off the salary for this role. Don't. Because you won't get the volume of candidates. We've had the experience with several clients who've adamantly decided that they're going to go in that direction, and it doesn't work. It's better to look at potentially what you're going to be missing out on in terms of if there's a vacancy that you need filling. Don't go daft, obviously, but by the same token, consider the cost of not having a project manager, a rep, a store manager in situ carrying out your duties, and maybe look at it from that perspective rather than we're going to try and shave £5,000 off this year's salary, because the salary to get the right person will always hopefully justify itself in the very short to mid-term, and long-term will definitely pay for itself. I would say that I'm a recruiter, of course, but hey, that's just my opinion, and it rings true. The good guys, the good candidates out there are holding value, let's say, and are certainly looking, when they're looking at the employer, sometimes beyond the package, they're looking at the environment as well. And I think COVID has, and the lockdown and the change in working circumstances for many of us, has given quite a few people an opportunity to, who maybe in the past were just keeping on and busy doing, so didn't have a chance to stop and think about what they were doing, have now had that opportunity to do so. And the considered, and in my opinion therefore the strong candidates that we're speaking to, their primary motivation isn't necessarily to jump out of a frying pan shaped role that they're currently in into another frying pan shaped role, or even a fire. Some of them are looking at alternative directions, or certainly ulterior goals in life, work balance, etc. So maybe be a little bit creative. But as I say, this is the employer profile page. We've then, as I say, from that you would have all your vacancies listed below, identifying the particular role that you're looking at as the main screen, with other vacancies available on the side. And when you look at them as individual roles, I think they're attractively appointed now. They have the other vacancies down here on the left hand side, and that would be an attractive way for you guys, employers, hiring managers out there, to be sharing your vacancies. We're aware, obviously, and we advertise ourselves with various of the trade magazines, and they do a great job for us. They won't let us share My Flooring Jobs UK for probably obvious reasons. They think that we're competition. I think we're probably going on a more general basis than being their competition. I think people that will advertise and look for a job in a periodical for the trade or a company website for one of these flooring magazines will always do so, and I think there will always be a place for those traditional formats. We're trying, as I say, to become a more volume-based, larger space for job seekers and employers to find each other. Hence, as I say, we're doing the free offer of free profile and a free vacancy at the moment. If any of the larger employers out there would be interested, we can discuss banners, we can discuss XML feeds for your vacancies, etc., and highlight them and share them with our network very advantageously for the right price, obviously. If anybody has any questions, queries, I'm going to be sharing this on social media. Please feel free to comment. Alternatively, drop me an email, justin@carpetrolls.co.uk. I'll put that in a link underneath as well. Or you can call me on 01562 544 090. That's for either the My Flooring jobs, where you can share your vacancies, or for the full recruitment service that we offer at Carpet Rolls UK, which we do see as I say, it's a completely separate part of the business. My Flooring Jobs UK, it's a long, slow burner, we think, but ultimately the goal is to have lots and lots of different employers, lots and lots of different jobs, all on here, from independent retailers right up to the big boys, and manufacturers, distributors, commercial flooring jobs, contract flooring jobs, overseas jobs, fitting jobs, any type of flooring job. If you have a current vacancy and you're looking to attract some very relevant flooring industry candidates, then give us a try. I assure you it works for me and us here at Carpet Rolls UK, and it can work for you too. The more the merrier. Thank you for your time.